Oh, you are?
Yep, we should be live now.
Let's see.
Yeah, Ron, I have tried all kinds of stupid things to hold up that iPad mini.
Yeah, you are. Let's see.
Yeah, Ron, I have tried. There you go, proof.
Smile. You're on camera.
Okay, the link is showing up there too. Good.
Yeah, it showed it.
How you doing tonight, Steve?
I'm doing good, thank you. And the notification came out too.
Yeah.
Mitch says, there you are. Good. I know Mitch. He's on the porch having a cigar.
Yeah.
With his iPad. And you can't type the names in with those iPads. You know, although the names don't automatically pop up, right?
Right. I need to bring. The thing I hate with Chrome is to this day, with StreamYards, I can see the chat, but I cannot reply to it. I have to bring up.
Hi, everybody.
Hi, Art.
The man, the legend.
Yep. Got
Yeah.
tired of playing on the piano there.
Art of Drum Solutions.
Yep.
Yeah, we were just talking about your new logo, Art. Bill
Oh,
did that, right?
yeah. Yeah, he
That
did.
was nice.
Turned out really good.
Yeah, it did.
Yeah.
Art,
Well,
you did-
that's his intro.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's for my intro. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Art, are you getting some nice weather down there too, or?
Yeah, it got up to 72 today.
Yeah,
Right.
buddy.
There's
stayed
Mitch.
in.
There it is.
There he is.
Man, you guys know me too well.
Yeah.
Before he went live, we were talking about. He goes, "Yeah, Mitch is probably sitting out on the porch smoking a cigar."
Well, you know, I sat here for 15 minutes watching a blank screen.
So I was wondering, Mitch, you were in the StreamYard room. Could you hear us talking
Uh,
or no?
no. I just got into StreamYard this second.
All right.
I was
'cause I saw you type.
I was watching the stream on my TV, waiting for you guys to come on. I really hadn't planned on coming in. I was sitting out here doing what I do. But then I saw my old buddy Art there, and I said, "Nah, I got to get in on this."
There you go. Gary here.
How are you?
Aerials. Brian. TDR Drones.
Yep.
All right. We got a good group here.
Jody.
All right.
Yeah.
Drone shots.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Art,
Yeah.
got a surprise for you.
Oh, you do?
Pay attention to my YouTube channel later tonight.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Rick Halber. I'm guessing something is fixed.
Yeah.
Or
something's flying.
Could be, but you have to watch to find out.
Okay.
Oh, so no, it's just going to be teasers, huh?
Well, that's what everybody else does. Right now, I'm sitting here trying to think of a really great clickbait thumbnail for it. You know.
And your boy Tommaso Sullivan.
And Thursday is my second birthday for Art Code Drone
I saw that.
Solutions.
Yeah, congratulations, Art.
Yeah, thank you. I'll be
Happy
doing
birthday! What time is your stream? Your stream? I saw it. What time is it?
That'll
Eastern
be
time.
3 o'clock Eastern time.
3.
now,
Okay.
Art, I want you to know I knew that because I watched your video.
I did too.
I watched it. I watched it too, but I forgot.
And I have a complaint.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
What about the West Coast? Not the left coasters. The West Coast.
You You got an hour behind, so that's.
I'm joking you.
Yeah, I know. Hey, Steve, your mic is a little hot.
Yeah.
Who, me?
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
coming
Okay.
up very loud.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I'll turn it down.
Yeah.
Yeah. Steve, how's the
Hi,
one
Ireland.
he goes for you left leaners?
It's
Left
raining.
wingers, yeah.
We're sending the moisture to you.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Wait a
You
minute.
left
We have a mystery guest. Who's this?
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Oh,
Mister.
Rick, it's like we haven't had enough of each other today, huh?
I tell you,
Good seeing you, buddy.
I didn't get it anywhere. Hey guys, how you doing?
Doing pretty
Good,
good.
Rick. How you doing, Rick?
I was talking to Ron earlier. Hey, Timeless Truths and Osby
Yeah.
Candy.
Hey.
Hey, guys. I was talking to Ron earlier, and we're like, how do you select your audio? And I know personally, I try and get away from YouTube's free audio. Ron hadn't even, what'd you say about that, Ron?
You know, I've been using either the music on my phone, and I guess, you know, being that I'm not monetized at the time, you know, it was what they call a copyright claim versus a copyright strike.
Right.
But then I went to Epidemic Sound, and I didn't realize. I thought I was like, "Oh man, I'm getting away with this." You know, I didn't realize you get like X amount of freebies. I tried to get one today. I'm like, "Oh, your freebies are up." I'm like, damn. So you know, I asked. I think it was on the Lloyd stream last night. I asked you, "Hey, what's everybody using?" You know, I've heard Billy Kyle did a video about a year ago, and he had, God, 6 or 8 different websites, and I can't remember what they were. But anyhow, I tried YouTube today. I actually went through, oh gosh, 30, 40, 50 songs. You know, it's like, okay, what sounds right based on, you know, the momentum and the, you know, the mood that you're trying to create for your video.
Right.
And you know, if you're wanting it to be cinematic or, you know, very dramatic or whatever. Yeah, I went through quite a few, and it's all about finding that right one. And again, I think a lot of it is personal taste. But on the same token, I think sometimes the music has to fit the footage and where your transitions are, where you know, the action happens versus something slow. You know, so it's a lot of work with that. But I'd be curious to hear from you guys where you guys find your stuff, what you like. Open for suggestions, and actually going to write them down.
Well, for me, I use Phil Morris music, but lately I've been getting the free music from YouTube.
Yeah, that's what I ended up using. I finally found, after about 50 songs, I finally found one on YouTube. I think that's going to fit.
Yep.
So, yeah, I was out filming today. I, like anybody else, got cabin fever. I got to get out of here.
Yeah.
So cameras and drones went in the truck, and I headed off for Needles Highway.
Mm-hmm.
Really, really super cool place. It's actually the highest point in South Dakota, and I think
The Needles Highway is?
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
yeah. It's up just between 8,000 and 9,000 feet.
Wow.
And
Oh, that's low rise.
Yeah. Lovely Pass is over 12,000.
And then I up to Mount Rushmore. Over to Mount Rushmore, it was like 20 minutes away, and kind of sad. It was very kind of somnolent. You know, I went there. All the gates were, you could get in. All the signs, you know, due to COVID-19, everything is open. Go to the parking lots, but pretty much the parking lots, and then you can walk kind of part way up the breezeway there. That's about it. So went to the parking lot and shot a couple pictures, and that was about it. So,
Was there anybody else there?
5 people.
Okay.
That was it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
That reminds me kind of like when we went to Yosemite years back when the government closed down for being bankrupt.
Yeah.
We were in Yosemite. We drove up, and I heard people talking because there's three areas within the park, and that are not the national park. And all we did is we said we're going to visit our friends. I'm not going to mention the names in the park. The ranger there at the station said, "Welcome, drive on through." We drove on in. We hit the top. We started to come down over the pass, coming down into the valley. There was a buck, a doe, and two fawn. They did not move out of the road. They just stopped dead. We couldn't even move. Honked the horn. It was like they were standing there silently, giving you the F you, and saying, "This is our park." We drove down. We drove up to Yosemite Falls. The 5 of us were there, no one else, for 45 minutes. Not a soul.
Mm-hmm.
Got back in, went down to El Capitan,
Yes.
had lunch there on the river, watching some people that were up climbing. We were the only ones there for 2.5 hours. Drove out, and the same ranger that let us in was there, and he goes, "Well, I hope you had a good time. Thanks for having the right answer. Enjoy your day. It's not up to me to take away our national park." And away we went.
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Did you know that in Kansas, every time a cow takes a dump, a guy comes over with a sign that says, "Highest point in Kansas"?
There's one for Ken Heron for you.
That's like Florida, Art. You know, we have a city here in Florida named Mount Dora. I've never heard of Mount Dora, but Mount Dora, the elevation is probably 125 feet, maybe. And people drive around with bumper stickers that say, "I climbed Mount Dora."
That's true.
I'm spent. I just climbed Mount Dora.
Yeah.
There you go.
So what are you guys using other than YouTube and Art? You mentioned Filmora.
I use Epic.
Epic.
Yeah. A lot of people use that one. It's $15 a month, and they've got thousands and thousands of songs.
Okay.
It's easy to go because you can put the mood you want in, the length of time you want in, and hit it, and then it comes up with all the different songs.
Right. Yeah.
This channel here on YouTube called MU Free Music.
Yeah.
I have used their stuff.
What's the
Not
name of it?
MU, and I think there's a dash, and it says Free Music.
Yeah.
All they ask is that you credit them in your credits of your description.
Right. Mm-hmm.
But when I got with TubeBuddy, I bought the year's worth of TubeBuddy, and they hooked you up with Audio Hero. And I think you get, like Ron was saying, I'm going to click on it to open it so I can see it here.
Is that what Brandon Ariels was saying? MU
Yeah.
Free Music? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got, that theme song that I play on my live streams that sounds kind of like blues.
Mm-hmm.
That came from Audio Hero as part of that TubeBuddy deal.
So what is that? Audio Hero?
Audio Hero.
Audio Hero. Yeah, if you join TubeBuddy, you get a. I when I first joined TubeBuddy a year ago, I went on there and I downloaded songs that I liked, and I haven't been back to it since.
So
Now-
MU is free?
Yes.
Oh, okay, because there was a question in there by somebody.
MU Music is free music.
Mhm.
You just download it from their YouTube page. This is Audio Hero that Mitch and I were talking about. It comes with
TubeBuddy?
TubeBuddy. I don't remember. I think there's a 20 a month limit, Mitch. Do you remember?
Oh,
But here you can pick it by length and genre. You know, if you just want to have the blues.
mhm.
And again, that's if you're the type that has the. I know Matt over at Matt North. He'll go to the beats of the music.
Matt does
I
a
mean-
great job at that. He does a phenomenal job.
Yeah.
There's a trick that you can do in most of these editors. You know how and I do it occasionally when I'm trying to cut to some music, and that is usually it's the M key, and as the timeline's going through on your video, and you hit every time you hit the M key, it puts a marker on the timeline.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
So what you do is you start playing your music, and as it's playing, you keep your finger on the M key and hit it every time there's a beat, just kind of like you were tapping a table or playing a drum. And as you keep hitting that M key in time with the beat, it puts these markers right on the timeline where the beat is, and then you cut if you want to make your video cuts to the beat, you just cut them to those markers.
Right.
This song here. Can you guys see this screen?
Yeah.
Okay, this song here is from MU Free Music. Now you can sit there and you see these right here. This is the coolest thing I like about AudioDirector, which you can also do in something we're going to talk about in a second. You can take a section of it, cut it out, and then loop it. So you can
really?
you can make the stupid audio as long as you want.
Mhm.
Okay.
And match it up exactly to the length of your video.
Mhm.
That's part of the package, Jim, of PowerDirector, correct?
Yeah, this is AudioDirector.
But
But you
it's all part of I guess the suite or the package or whatever you call it.
Yeah, you can buy that separately.
Okay.
Okay.
But what I want to do is stop sharing for a minute because the other thing here I want to show is, there's two other programs. One is Audacity.
Yeah, that's what I use.
Does the same thing.
Yep.
There's a whole bunch of different audio programs out there.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's a
I've
lot of
used
free ones.
Audacity, yeah, several times because it's great at clipping. Actually, I started using it years ago because I was doing podcasting, and when you're rebroadcasting, you can take out all the ums and ahs and blank spaces, you know,
And you
quiet
know,
times.
and you know,
Yeah, those two. See, Chrome tab, Audacity. This one is also free and an excellent
Yep.
tool.
yep, I use that a lot too. I've been
And-
using it for several years.
I've got it here on this computer, as a matter of fact, and you can do the same thing that I just showed you, but with Audacity, you can highlight the areas you like, cut them, loop them, copy and paste within the same timeline.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see if we can do that. Let's see if anybody wants to. It's
No.
just Audacity. As soon as you type that in, you're going to see it.
Yep.
Yeah. Andrew's posting here about MU free music is copyright free. Now, are these other ones? Has anybody had any copyright strikes using these other formats?
I have not. And I've
No, what
used
you want to try to find Creative Commons stuff, because when you go search, if you search in Google for free music, an awful lot of stuff comes up that says like royalty free,
Right.
but that doesn't mean they're not copyright protected, and and you don't have to buy the song. It just means you don't have to pay a royalty every time you use it in something. So you got to be be careful. But I found a couple of sites that are absolutely free, Creative Commons, and it actually has the whole text of the Creative Commons license there. You don't have to even give them credit. You don't have to do anything. You just use the music. Unfortunately, most of these sites have a very few wannabe artists on them, and you really got to spend some time going through all that crap, listening to it to find one or two songs that might be worthwhile. You know what I mean?
That's a,
Let's talk about what Chris is asking here.
Chris has.
If you have a paid subscription, use that of audio or use that music, and then unsubscribe from them later. I would believe that
you're protected. Epidemic, all of them, you're protected. If you were licensed when you used it. If the video was made prior to your end of your subscription, it's still protected.
But then if you want to use the same song again after you've unsubscribed, you can't use it, I guess.
No, you will get a copyright strike.
Yeah.
In fact,
how many of you guys remember Gold Wave?
no, I remember MPlayer.
Oh, Gold Wave was another audio editing software. That was years ago, back in the 90s.
What the heck's he talking about?
So, hey, Rick, so you think we said $10-15 a month for Epic? You think it's worth it, or?
Epic's got some good music.
And the thing is you can play it on your music player and wherever you're at too.
Oh, okay.
So you can, instead of, like these people pay for your audio, like SoundCloud or other, different paid subscriptions, which is mainstream stuff, but you can listen to it all you want too. That's the one benefit.
Well, I think any decent subscription service is going to cost you a couple $100 a year, no matter how you. Isn't that what Epidemic Sound charges? About $200 a year.
$15 a month, from what I.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, 15. It's well worth it though. So it is for me. I use it a lot.
Yeah. Okay.
I like the one thing that I like about Audacity and AudioDirector is that you can copy and paste. Because I'm an idiot. I was taking the music, and when the video was ending, I was just making a keyframe, and then at the end of the video, lowering the keyframe, so the music would just kind of die out.
Right.
Or I would take the end of the music, like your video, and then drag it in so it would end at the same time. That's the bourgeois way of doing it.
Well, Jim, in most video editors, I know that Premiere Pro has it. Not only do they have video, what they call video transitions, but they have audio transitions too. And if you go into the audio transitions and find something like an exponential fade and just drag it onto the end of your clip, then you can adjust that fade out to any length you want or anything like, without having to create a keyframe to do it.
Mitch, that's the same thing I see in LumaFusion. If you I use that dissolve for my photos, going in between photos, video to video. You can use that same transition, drag it right onto the end of an audio clip. It'll do the same thing. It'll slowly fade it out.
Well, evidently that software evidently is designed to decide whether it's an audio track or a video track and adjust itself. But in Premiere Pro, you can't do that. You have to, if you're dealing with audio, you got to go into the list of audio filters and audio transition.
Right. Okay.
But basically does the same thing.
Where you can go through and find the exact beat change. Once you've found that spot, you could cut it there. See, now you can see exactly where it is right there, the low spot, before it starts again. Then you can go through and copy from there.
But I find Jim, I find it's a lot easier when I'm in the video editor to display the audio waveforms right underneath the video. And and then you can actually see exactly where if you're going to be cutting based on a waveform like that goes from soft to loud, you can just position the video right on top of that of where that happens and get pretty close to it.
Exactly. Well, when you're done in this particular program, it'll go automatically back into your PowerDirector or back to your video editing program. It takes what you edited and saves it. But you can also upload it. You can render it. So here's your timeline markers. Add timeline marker wherever you want to. Now you can put a description of where. So you could say the beat drops here for a reminder later and save that. So if I'm working on, if I move on, I know where the beat drop was. Or if I'm talking, you know exactly where you started talking and where you want to put that in. It's got different things, and I'm sure different programs do it. The Audacity is basically a cut, copy, and paste kind of thing, where this program can remove vocals from the music and then save that, and it can add like equalization, vocal transformers, echoes. There's a host of things, really what you're looking for. Now, I'm just making videos. I just want them to match the clip. Oh, these are all downloads. Basically, you just want to match your clip and have it end the same time as your video does, so you don't sound like an idiot or look like an idiot. But I actually was just having the video stop at the end of and boy, you can tell it's really abrupt, so it sounds terrible.
Jim, I normally don't do this, but I was going to ask your permission to share that video I just showed to you earlier.
Yeah, I like it.
Curious what other people thought. Music.
Go ahead. Show it to us. I will go to you full screen.
Where to put it? There it is.
I can't see the chat. So if anybody has said anything or said hi to me, hi back, because I can't see the chat. I'm on my cell phone here. Not even an iPad, Jim. I'm on a cell phone.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Ed says he uses the fades.
Yeah, the transitions. They have a linear fade, an exponential fade. They have all different kinds of those things, and you can crossfade music. You can do all that. You can do it right in the video editor without having to go. Well, on the kind of videos that we make, I don't ever spend an awful lot of time trying to fine tune the music itself. I usually just throw the music up there in an audio track and
trim it.
If I want the music to end where the scene ends, a lot of times what I'll do is just line up the end of the music with the scene where I want it to quit, and then just tune everything in front of that to make it start where I want it to.
All right,
this video is not done. It's far from done. I went out and filmed the rest of the footage today, but I put the music to it. And one of the neat things I did, another thing I never knew, I get up I had a hard time sleeping last night. I got up at 12:30 this morning and went outside like, oh my gosh, there's a full moon. So I took my one camera out and like, let me shoot video. There was a full moon, let me shoot video of it. I didn't realize the moon moved as fast as it did. It's going to be the last thing I put in my video, but here's what I've done so far. I started a something I'm trying out different too is an intro into my videos. A little music.
Oh, turn off the music.
No, Steve, this is actually YouTube approved music.
Oh, okay.
Yep, it's right from YouTube, and it says you may use this for your videos. So in other words, it's non-copyrighted. That's what I filmed over the last 3-4 days ago. All about 20 minutes, 30 minutes from my house.
Wow.
Following the mountain line one day. I just thought that was cool that the moon moved like this. Anyhow,
Very
It's
nice.
a long lens. You got
that's
there.
what I have so far. The video's not done, but that's what I have so far. I don't know what you guys thought, how the music fit in with the footage.
The footage is great. It kind of reminds me of Florida, you know?
Okay.
Yeah, I drive 20 minutes from my house. I either got beach or scrubland, one or the other.
I keep complaining about that, Mitch. There's not a whole lot of nice places to highlight around here. Rick,
No,
what
you
we-
gotta go down to like Sebastian Inlet or something like that, you know, film the lighthouse or something I haven't done yet and I've been meaning to do.
Rick, what we saying?
I was just telling you, I keep having to put it on mute. My brother and sister are here in the kitchen, so I've just been cutting in and out. So I'm still
All right.
there. Just wanted to let you know.
All right, buddy.
Okay, here I am sitting in my studio behind my desk and talking on the cell phone.
Hey, Rick, I know that you use the PowerDirector, and this is one that Mitch was actually talking about. I was just playing with a piece of video, and I was kind of doing it like a Star Trek transporter thing. But I always wondered what these transitions were, and because there's a constant gain transition in our transition room for audios. And
Yeah.
I'm like, that's the weirdest thing I've ever seen, but that's what it's for.
For
It'll
audio,
come-
huh?
Yeah. It'll bring that audio up. So it's the high point of the video at the time. It's not playing because I got 87 things running right now. But see here, you'll hear the audio of the Star Trek come in. Why can't we play this? Because I got AudioDirector open. I got 75 things open right now. Where was that transition room? Titles, transitions. I wonder if it's called music. And Rick, did you know that you see this little bar here? You can take that out, stretch it out, and look at that. It tells you what each track is. And not only that, you can highlight it and call it whatever the heck you want.
Actually, that's nice. I didn't know you could do that.
Yeah, I didn't know either. I wrote start track. I wanted to show that one that Mitch was talking about. Yeah, right there. See that says constant gain?
Well, you have one that says exponential.
Constant gain and constant power. I don't know what the power would be yet. I haven't played with it yet. Have you tried that, Mitch?
I'll tell you, I have those fades, but the only one that I really use is one called exponential fade. I like the timing of it.
Now we can go up in the search box and see if it has anything with an E. Evaporate.
Are these audio transitions you're talking about?
Expanding. No, these were in the regular transition room. The audio transitions, I would have to go over to AudioDirector. Now I see apply effects, audio adjustment, boost. Okay, there's the fades, Mitch. Okay, and you can tell it fade in, fade out, where you want it to do it by keyframing. Logarithmic fade. Exponential fade right there, Mitch.
Your screen's blank.
Oh,
Yeah.
Jesus. Are you kidding?
Nope.
Now you go.
There you go.
I switched programs and I guess it didn't follow me.
Who we lose? Mitch.
Mitch.
He was on his cell phone, he said. Yeah, see this here? This one is what Mitch was talking about. So let's pick a place and let's put the exponential fade there. I don't see anything happening. Exponential by what number? What factor? You know what I mean?
Jim, and that the PowerDirector or the AudioDirector.
Yeah.
Can you play with different things like your bass, treble, things like that? Your mid range.
Yeah, you can. It's an equalizer.
Okay.
Come out of the fades, and you see here it also has the trim audio.
Right.
You can trim it right there, mark in and mark out to the exact length of your video. So you don't even have to do what I'm talking about here by highlighting. If you want to get real lazy, just mark where you want the video to come in. Let's say it's 0. And if your song is only 2 minutes long, end it at 2 minutes. And then just put a fade in, fade out on the end of the music.
Right.
See, it's got the mark ins and mark outs. And here, this one says adjust length. And you can also adjust the speed of the music.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, 1 times all the way up to 10 times. Why would you do that? I don't know, unless you were using some kind of ambient sound. That make sense to anybody? Insert noise. Wow. You can insert pink and brown noise. I'm not going there.
Nope. Yeah, well, that'll be for Dennis's high-level meeting with the president that he's headed for right now.
Oh, okay.
Match the ambiance. Holy cow. Wow, you have to move these because it only goes for 1 second. Now, you guys can't hear it anyway. You know, when you shift onto another program, you should be able to hear the sound from it. right from the browser. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Montauk Lighthouse is at the end of Long Island. Paulie drove out there, Steve, to catch a sunrise. Came out pretty good. Post it tomorrow. Good.
Paul puts out some great stuff, man. Great. He actually, I think Paul uses LumaFusion a
Oh,
lot.
you got me. You found me. Okay, I was just going to try to get into the chat and tell you I'm backstage here.
Supposedly,
Can you hear me?
or slow down copyrighted music.
Can you hear me, Jim?
Yes.
I'll tell you what. I'm sitting in at my editor here, and I want to. And even though I can't capture the screen, I can show you the screen there. And there's a video I'm working on where I'm actually cutting to music using that technique where I put the markers up, actually listening to the music and hitting M every time there was a beat. So if you make that, just go ahead and make my screen big, and I'll play a little of it for you, and maybe you'll be able to hear it through the cell phone. See if that works.
That's what I was saying. Can you?
Yeah, there you go.
Go ahead.
Watch. So, can you hear the music?
Yes.
Yeah. But you can't play the audio. You're going to get copyright struck.
No, all this music is free.
From where?
All this music from a site I've been using since I started. Every one of this music has been in every one of my videos. I've never had the first problem. It's all Creative Commons stuff.
No. It's copyrighted to you. It's not copyrighted.
No, Steve. It's not copyrighted. It's Creative Commons.
Yeah.
That means that anybody can use it anywhere for anything, commercial or non, with no. You don't have to attribute it. You don't have to do anything. It's not. This music is not in YouTube's database.
Okay.
So you don't have to worry about it.
I just don't want to see Jen getting struck.
No.
Because, I know the AI algorithms are out there and they're catching everything.
I wouldn't do that to him. Like I say, you'll probably recognize some of this music from if you've watched some of my past videos. But I wanted to show you that what I did, and if you can see the mouse, and I don't know if you can see it real well, but there's markers all along the timeline. There's a marker there, there's a marker there, there's a marker there. And every one of these markers, what I did was I just listened to this track of music at the bottom first. And every time there was a beat where I thought I'd want to change the picture, I made a marker. Then I went through. So listen to the music and watch how the scenes change at the marks in the music.
Right, changing them to the beat.
Yeah, so listen. Anyway, that's as far as I've gotten editing this.
Now, Mitch, what do you use it again for your editor?
It's Premiere Pro.
Okay. So you said, if I understand you correctly, you're playing the music and
Yeah, I'll give you an example. Let me find a music track here. I don't know if you're going to be able to see it that well or not, but let me find. Okay, here I got some music tracks. Okay, over here, down here in the library area, I've got some different music tracks. So what I can do is I can just click on them, play them. Let me turn the volume up a little bit. All right, and I'll find one that I like here.
Yeah, don't play.
There's my theme song. All right, so let's go to see what this one is. Okay, so let's take this one here. So what I might do is just drag this over into the music track here. Okay, and bring my editor up here and start it at the beginning. Hit play and put my hand on the M key. All right, so M, 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 M. Okay, so what I've done is I've marked all of those beats right there. Okay. So then let me just grab a little video clip here and stick it up here, and maybe I want to start it right there. So I go in, run it for a few seconds, type out, move this.
And then can you see where you hit that M on your music?
Yeah, what I'm going to show you here is I've stretched out the timeline on the music. So I don't know if you can see it, but there's a marker right here. There's a marker right here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to drag this video clip down into the timeline and line it right up on the marker. And when I get to the marker, Premiere Pro knows I could be looking for a marker, so it gives me a line. Okay. Now I know that the second marker is over here. So I'm going to go here and I'll cut it right here. Okay. And move this out of the way for right now. So what I've got is now when I play this, watch the video up in this window here. See how it disappeared right on the beat?
Yeah.
So let me find it. Let me get another scene from here. Let me get this one here, and I can mark an in point. Go a few seconds. Mark an out point. Bring that. Whoops. That's awful long, so I'll shorten that up a little bit. Let me move this together so I can see it. Move this. This is that leftover clip I had. This was the second clip to that point. Move this to the next marker. Cut it. Okay, so now I've got two things that'll. And you see, so I know where the beats are based on these markers. And then I can just go through, and it takes almost no time to just fill up that whole track full of different clips. If you want to be fancy, sometimes let a clip go for 2 beats. So drag it to the second marker, and then
I like that.
And then and then bring in the third clip. So now what I've got is this. See?
Yep.
And then I can
Nice.
I can actually close this down to the end of that marker. Find a different video here. Here's one with a sunrise. So let's go up here and make that the in point. Make this the out point. Drag that down to here. Tighten it to this marker. So now what I've got at the end of this thing, watch. So you see how they change right on the beat?
Right.
And it's a down, I mean, it's just a down and dirty way of putting the whole sequence like a slideshow or any kind of a sequence that just dances right along with the music.
Yeah. That's important.
So just a little something there.
Yeah.
I got to tell you though, Jim, editing on this 43-inch monitor is the way to go.
I know it's too big though for me.
Really?
Yeah, I think it's too big.
See, so now I can take
This. Something in the 32-inch range would have been nicer.
Well, the nice thing about this for me is I can sit way back from it and see it with my normal distance glasses without having to wear reading glasses.
Yeah, yeah, that is true. And you can make everything the size you want.
Yep. So now I went and stuck a different scene on the end of that. And it's just a great way to do it. But I start. The trick is pick a music that you think is going to fit whatever mood.
Exactly. Yeah.
Mark it out with where you think the music has the points where you want to change. You may have a piece of music that goes from quiet to dramatic back to quiet. And sometimes rather than trying to create your video from the videos themselves, try to create your video from the emotion expressed in the music. And instead of trying to find appropriate music for your video clip, find the appropriate clips that you have for the music that you found.
That's another way of looking at it. Yeah.
Well, when Matt goes out, remember he was talking about this, Ron? He goes out with a music track in mind.
Yeah.
And then he'll cut to that.
Matt, like I said, Matt does a phenomenal job at, it's all about that. And again, I think a lot of it has to do with your transitions too. I like that faded transition or the dissolve, where sometimes, like I said, what Mitch just used, that quick snap of the beat.
Right.
You don't want a dissolved transition. You want that boom.
Yeah, you want that quick change, but you can make that work with transitions too. You can use a transition. In other words, suppose you've got a piece of music that really just let me see if I can find it for you here. I have one in mind that I'll play it for you and give you an example. Music. Do I have it on here? Let's see.
Remember also that when you're playing with these things, you can adjust it to what YouTube wants.
Right.
Remember we were talking about YouTube's settings?
Right.
Yeah.
While Mitch is looking up his. Yeah, you can go to 44 or 48 hertz and then set the bit depth to what YouTube likes.
Well, if you're editing, when you get done with your editor, no matter what you used in editing, the output of the editor is going to be in whatever the output settings are. So if your video editor is set to output 44K or 44.1 hertz, that's what, no matter what's in there, that's what's going to come out of it.
No, actually, you can change that in
Really?
AudioDirector. Yeah.
Jim, that was a question I had. You know, we talked in the last week or two about, you know, video output, and I know like in LumaFusion, I have the option of setting audio, and I honestly I don't know what to set it at, because I've actually had a couple of videos that sound not necessarily distorted, but overpowering, so to speak. Any of you guys know anything about that, or anybody in the chat?
Yeah, you could turn it down. Like if
Okay.
you're on a regular timeline, you can just touch it and it'll turn it down. Let me see.
I have that option in LumaFusion to turn it down, the volume, you know, so to speak. But
Because you don't want it clipping. In other words,
Right.
being too loud to where it's actually clipping out.
right,
Is that what you mean?
I've actually had some like I don't know whether it was distortion or what the word I want to use. It just didn't sound good. So there's a what is it, megahertz?
Yes.
I think it's a megahertz, right?
Well, kilohertz. You go
Right.
48
Level
kilohertz.
you want to keep below or above, almost kind of like your bit rate with your video.
Right.
So is there something that you guys can recommend? Anybody can recommend?
Oh, for your audio?
Anybody, yeah, you know, any video you put out.
Well, you can use Audacity.
Yeah, but I'm saying when you do the output from your video editor, how do I say this?
Okay, I'm using 48 kilohertz.
Okay,
as
that's
the sampling rate.
what I'm looking for.
That's what I'm using. I'm looking at a file that I just rendered out of my video editor, and it says that it's a 2-channel stereo, 48 kilohertz sampling rate.
Okay.
Anyway, Jim, listen to this music here.
Yeah.
Okay, so this goes along, but listen, you can see the line on it where it's going to get quiet. Okay, so the mood just changed there. You see that? So what you can do is the same thing that I just told you, is just hit the markers. Marker, marker. All right. So the last marker is where the mood changed. Okay. So what you might do here is, and this goes to where you were talking about hard cuts versus cross fades. So let's take a little piece of video and stick it right here and run it to this marker right there. And let's take another piece of this. Let's find a different video here. Video. So let's go back to this one and do this as an in point. Do this as an out point. Bring it in here. And if you don't make it long enough, you can always stretch it out. You know, to have it where you. And let's end it at that marker. And let's find a video that has a completely different mood. Okay. So here's one with just like a sunset. So let's go a sunrise. So let's go in marker and out marker, and let's put that right there. And that's the mood change of the music right there. So let's take these two and put a crossfade right in between them. Okay. So there's a crossfade between those two pieces of music. So and let's take another one. Let's just get another another piece of this here. In out. It's not appropriate, but I'm just going to stick it in front of this. Okay. So we come in here. Had the change right there. Oops, put the crossfade in the wrong place. So let's get rid of it there and put it here. Okay, so now here we go. You see what happened there?
Yeah.
I come in with the hard hit. And there's where the mood of the music changed at a point where I might be going to a completely different kind of video. I might be going from ragged mountains to animals in a plane or something, where the whole mood just calmed down from dramatic to calm. Right. And this piece of music is great for that, because if you come along here and you go out a ways where it's at the end of the. Okay, so right there, right here at this peak, I'll put a marker. Okay, and that would be a great place to change mood, where it goes from and you got 4. So you got all kinds of visual. You know, that music brings a lot of visual things to mind when you're listening to it. So it's really a lot of fun to take a piece of music that's like this piece of music and create a video that brings that adds visions to the emotion that the music is providing. Anyway, just a thought. Anybody there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What are you talking about there?
Oh, I just woke up.
I'm curious if any of the other programs have that function that Premiere has. Excuse me.
Art, did you see that, Art?
Yeah.
Ron, you can take these from timeline and go to bar beats, and it'll automatically count the beats out for you.
Right.
I'm not sure if Audacity does, and then you can zoom into the beats. Like I think Mitch was saying that, right?
Wow.
You can here's the regular music, and then you can just scroll in to the actual beats.
Oh wow.
Let's say you wanted to cut and paste from that beat to this beat. You just sit there, select it, you can copy it and make that repeat, right? And then I can come over here and paste it into it. See?
Hey, Jim.
Yes, sir.
Why are you using it in AudioDirector, not just doing it straight in the regular Video Director?
Because as soon as I'm done, it goes right into the Video Director.
No, but you could be doing that right in the Video Director.
Not everything can be done in Video Director. If I want to copy and paste and all that stuff and go to the beats.
Yeah, you can do the beat.
And make a looping music, I'm going to do it in the Audio Director.
I see.
Okay.
Well, there's also a way to do it in the video editor too, because you can cut a track, you can copy sections, move them around, duplicate them, do all kinds of other things. There's a bunch of keyboard shortcuts for that, Jim. And as long as you can see, as long as you can see the waveform, you can do them. You can do that.
Ron, can you see those little yellow dots? Or is it impossible to see? Let me see. I can't make myself bigger.
Yeah, I can see the dot.
Okay, you can? So those dots mean that music is clipping. So I can grab this right here and bring it down to where that music isn't clipping anymore. But what they're talking about is right clipping and editing the audio. Do I want to trim it? Do I want to edit? That's going to put me in Audio Editor, or I can go into AudioDirector. Let's see what the Power Tools gives us. The audio speed or play the audio in reverse. So if I just want to go into the Audio Editor like Steve was discussing, there, it comes up like that. Now there's a hell of a lot fewer options in here, but you can still do what you're talking about.
You're not sharing it, Jim.
Oh my God.
Come on, Jim.
Come on, get with the program.
Every time I do something, it changes the window. Do you see it now?
Yeah.
This is what Steve was talking about. Yeah, let me get rid of it. And then I'll right click on the audio. Come on. There you go.
Yeah.
Edit the audio. I can either trim it to the length of the video, or go into tools, which is going to change the speed, or play it in reverse. I've actually played video in reverse. Instead of coming from a highway and going out to the water, I'll reverse it and come from the water and go out back to the highway, just to give you an establishment of where it's coming from. But here, Steve was talking about going into Audio Editor here. And now this has a lot fewer options. Let's see if we can cut and paste, though. Let's take it. Right clicking and no. So I can't. That's interesting. I can only do that in the Audio Editor. But you can also remove vocals here in this one. And it does have pitch shift. You can change the pitch of the music.
Because I could have sworn I saw, that the guy we follow, that you can duplicate the link and copy and paste like you were doing it, and that's what reminded me, because I saw him do it one time.
Yeah, PD University, yeah.
Yeah.
And it's not, let's see, this is just to come in, display the entire track, zoom into the selected area, obviously zoom out, play it or stop, loop it. But this is not what we want. And I want to right click here, and now nothing's happening when I'm right clicking. So I actually have to do it in AudioDirector. What are the other options? You know what? I got a question for you guys. What is audio ducking?
Okay, I can explain that to you. Audio ducking is when you have one stream of audio, like narration, for example, and another stream of audio, which is music. And you want the music to automatically lower every time the narration guy speaks, and when he stops speaking, you want the music to come back up again. And it does that for you on a whole clip.
Audio ducking allows the dialogue or voiceover in a video production to be heard more clearly by automatically lowering the volume of the background music.
What I just said.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah. That's what I just said, and I use it all the time in my videos when I have a narration track on top of the video and I have background music in it. I'll set it up, and it's a couple of step process. You go in, and the first thing you do is highlight the music track, and it's going to ask you, what is that? What kind of audio is that? Is it music? Is it dialogue? And you say, that's music. Then you go highlight the dialogue track, and it asks you what that is. And you say, it's dialogue. Then you check that I want audio ducking, and it gives you a button that says generate keyframes, and you click that, and it automatically raises and lowers the volume over the whole track to lower the music when the dialogue track comes on. And you can set the pre and post timing on it. You can have it lower the volume a half a second before somebody talks, 1 second before, third of a second, whatever your style is.
Right.
It's a great tool. It makes it a hell of a lot easier.
That was a great
like
question. I've wondered that for a long time. I have no clue what
Yeah,
it
I've
was.
been wanting to do that in a couple films and videos.
Well, here
that I
I'll tell you.
did.
I'll tell you what. I'll do something for you here. Let's take this track that I was just playing with here. Okay.
Now, how do you? I see the fade in, fade out, Mitch. But then it says the ducking level 50%. What do you normally lower yours to?
Well, I really don't pay much attention to it because I've always just used the default settings. But let me show you how. Let me just, if you want, I can show you how this works. Okay, so what I can do right here on this track
Wait a minute.
Mitch, people are asking you questions.
What, Ron?
So, Mitch, you let Premiere, when you hit those markers.
Oh, there I am. I'm back.
Automatically default the music down to what it feels is a good default level and what your voice is going to be at a good default level. Am I understanding that correctly?
Well, let's say that I'm doing this track here. Here's the music. I might lower that music down to a point where it's not too dominant to start with, okay? And then what I can do here is move this back to where I want my overdub track. Click the mic button here, and it'll give me a countdown. See, 3, 2, 1. Okay, this is some dialogue that I'm putting on top of this music. Now I've come back in with some more dialogue, and we'll wait another few seconds. And here's the final dialogue. Okay, so what I have now is this. Okay, this is some dialogue that I'm putting on top of this music. Now I'm going to turn the music up louder. I've come back in with some more dialogue, and we'll wait another few seconds. And here's the final dialogue. Okay, so now that I've got my music down here and I've got my dialogue up here, I'm going to go into my audio workspace, which is right here. I'm going to go up, play this track right here, and I'm going to say that it's music. That's music. And I'm going to go to this track here, and I'm going to say that that track is it's so small I can't read it.
Yeah,
okay.
You just said the 43-inch screen was the best.
Yeah,
now
well, sometimes the text and sometimes my glasses are dirty. Okay, so now I've got this.
I like that answer.
Okay, so I've got this one identified as dialogue, this one identified as music. Right here it says ducking, so I'm going to click the ducking box. Okay, I'm going to say generate keyframes, and it thinks for a few seconds. Now I don't know if you can see this, but what it did on this timeline, if you can see the volume level, it lowered it down, raised it back up. So now I'm going to play this with the ducking in there. So listen what happens. Okay, this is some dialogue that I'm putting on top of this music. Now I've come back in with some more dialogue, and we'll wait another few seconds.
More dialogue.
Okay, did you see how that did that? How it lowered the music down?
Yeah.
That was nice.
Now, if I do that where the music, if I move this down to where the music is really loud, and then say to generate the keyframes again, for some reason it didn't pick up. It's not picking up this. It's not picking this up here for some reason.
What is
this silence here? It's not, for some reason it didn't pick that up. It may be a sensitivity setting or something. But again, I'll play it again with louder music, and you'll hear it more dramatically. Okay, this is some dialogue that I'm putting on top of this music. Now I've come back in with some more dialogue, and we'll wait another few seconds. Okay, you see how that did that?
Yeah. Am I understanding that correct, Mitch? That when you start to speak, I noticed the music went down, and then when you paused for 2 or 3 seconds, the music came back up until you started to speak again.
Correct.
Did you hit frames, or did the program automatically recognize that?
No, the program automatically recognized that.
Okay, good.
I created this dialogue track right here, and the music and the ducking created the keyframes all by itself. And
oh, good. Okay, that's what I thought.
Yeah, and it took me a while to figure out how to make that work, but boy, did that ever make things easy, especially because I do a lot of voiceovers in my editing, especially when, and I want to have background music at the same time. So this makes it real easy to, without going in and creating all those stupid keyframes, it'll automatically lower it for you.
Yeah, that's nice.
So you just make a separate voiceover track.
Right, and the way you do that in Premiere Pro, for example, I'm going to delete this track here, is there's over here there's a little microphone. I don't know if you can see where I'm pointing.
Yeah, we've got the same.
Little picture of a microphone, and wherever the timeline is, when I click that little microphone, what it does is it backs it up 3 seconds. Oh, it moved it, for some reason, it moved it to the end. For some reason, it moved it to the end of the track. Why did it do that? Let's try that again. No, I don't know why it's doing that. I'm playing around in a space on my editor that for some reason is, I think I might have had it set to loop there or something. So let me try that again here. Get rid of that. No, it's moving that thing somewhere strange. Why is it doing that? There's something I've been pushing so many buttons in this thing that I don't. I hope I haven't screwed up the first part of this. Well, let me.
Can't you hit undo?
No, it's moving. It's for some reason it's moving when I hit this record thing. Where is it moving it to? It took it right back to the beginning.
I'm curious if any other programs.
I must have some marker set somewhere that I don't want to fool around. I don't want, it'd take me 2 months to figure out what I did. What I could do is just close this one out and reopen this video again. So let me find that.
Hey, Rick, this one's easier. We just hit that microphone for voiceover recording room.
Yeah.
There, and you can make your fade ins and fade outs right from there. You just hit the record button.
Movie Fusion, Jim.
Yeah, and it'll make the track right on there for you.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we have to go to that other page to do it, right?
No, we just hit, see, if you're at your media, right?
Yeah.
Then you just come down to the microphone here, click on that, and it automatically comes into the voiceovers. It's just, see, right there. And now it's hearing me. I can record that, and it'll put it on a track.
Okay. Let's see that now.
And Mitch is doing that on
Premiere Pro? Or?
Premiere Pro, thank you.
Yeah, from Premiere Pro.
Rick, is that what you're using too? Is same as Jim or?
Same as Jim, PowerDirector.
Okay.
So.
PowerDirector, okay.
Yeah.
PowerDirector, yeah.
And
I've been using it for a while.
It's really easy, Rick. I've done it. I don't have a voice for radio. That's for darn sure.
Well, you got the face for it.
Exactly.
Art, you're crazy.
Another Peter Carroll in here.
Mel says to remove the in and out, Mitch.
Yeah, I went on to something else. I wanted to show you. This was some narration with some music and some ducking right here, and you can see this is the music track. That's that same music that I just played for you, and these are the two down at the bottom of the two narration tracks. So you'll listen to the music as it comes in, and it was great to get out of the house today after a couple of weeks of being basically cooped up because of our current situation. And it was a nice warm day, and as usual, the park was deserted, so no worries about being close to other people. There, the music went up. So I just wanted to share this with you today, and I hope you enjoy the flight, enjoy the music, and I'll catch you at the end with some final comments. So there, did you hear where that was done with that auto ducking?
Yeah. I noticed when you stopped talking, that music came up a little bit.
Right,
and as soon as
right.
you started talking again, the program picked up on that right away.
Right, because I told it that this was the music track. These were both dialogue tracks. Then when I click on the music track, you click on the track that you want to be ducked. In other words, you don't want the dialogue going up and down. You want the music going up and down. So you click on the track, right, and then you go into the audio workspace if you happen to have one. And that's where you have the ducking controls, and you can set in these different sliders the levels of the different volumes you want, the length of time you want it to start fading before the dialogue might start. So you can fine tune all that. I did play with these a little bit since they're not quite in the center, but it works out pretty good, and it doesn't take much time to do. It's really pretty quick.
Yeah.
I want to see something.
I learned some things tonight.
Yeah, I wanted to do this. I did a video for thanking Drone Bum Paul for a T-shirt, and I wanted to do a voiceover and stuff, but didn't know how to do it, so it's handy now that I know how.
I'm highlighting an audio track. Will it do the ducking for me? You see that, Rick? It's putting it right on there right now. It went ahead and made the audio track. That's cool.
Yeah,
My screen.
Mm-hmm.
Am I doing this thing right? So now I wonder, since you're not seeing the screen?
Yeah, you see your screen.
So I wonder if we can just do what Mitch said and hit audio ducking. Let's do it.
Well, don't you have to identify which is the music or whatever you want to be ducked and which is the dialogue first?
I've got the dialogue highlighted.
Okay.
I can say apply to all clips with audio on the same track, but that's the only one on that track.
Yeah, but that would duck them all. That you only want to duck. You have to decide which clip you want to actually change the volume on.
Yeah,
based on
this one highlighted. Let's see if it'll do it, Mitch.
Well, did you tell it what the dialogue track was? Did it ask you?
It's highlighted. And then I right-clicked on it and went to edit audio, and I put in audio ducking.
Okay. So that works a little bit. That's a little different than Premiere, but that should do the same thing.
Hey, Jim.
It's doing it. Yeah.
what I'd like to see is obviously Premiere works really well. I'd be curious to, and you and Rick use Audio and PowerDirector. I'd be curious, like Final Cut, get Al on here maybe next week. And I said I use LumaFusion and Final Cut. I'd be curious to see what each program, how that works with both, with each program.
Yeah.
It does it quick. Now, how do I? Let me take these stupid earplugs out.
And if you play it back, it should be on there, right?
Let me play this and see if you can hear it. Come on. No, it's not playing. Because I'm sharing? It was playing a minute ago.
We see it. We see it.
You see a screen, but I'm playing.
Was running a minute ago.
Yeah. I don't know.
Playing an audio track.
There it goes.
Ducking for me. You see that? Rick, it's putting it right on there right now.
So it did it, Rick.
Yeah.
So it automatically did that, Jim, where it did the second or two before and second or two after?
Yeah, it did it automatically.
Okay.
Ducking for me. You see that? Rick, it's putting it right on there right now.
That's crazy.
Wow.
I never even knew that.
There we go.
So
Yeah.
we don't have much to do at all, Rick.
Where'd Mitch go?
What happened? He was on his phone again? I guess he was showing his computer area. Yes,
Yeah, he was on trying to help me out all day, trying to get my beta flight going. Yeah. I never could get it going yet, so I'm going to attempt it again tomorrow.
What happened with it?
You just can't get the right driver in it for some reason. So we've tried all kinds of different ways, back and forth, and I got to just completely unload everything and start brand new. It's all got to be me the way I'm doing it. Mitch's cell phone died.
Oh, Margie's got a good question.
Margie.
Where is Adrian and Matt?
On Friday.
Oz Beach Andy made it here.
Yeah.
Yeah, where are the losers at?
That's right. Sorely
Yeah,
missed.
Wasn't Peter Carroll in earlier?
Yep.
Yeah, Peter's here.
He was.
Yeah.
He's in there.
Peter's a trooper, man. But
He's been up late.
Yeah. What
All
time?
night long, I kept seeing him everywhere.
What'd you get him to order, Steve?
What's that?
What'd you get Pete to order?
Oh, I was going back and forth. Old Dan was goofing around talking about he was having Mexican food or Taco Bell or whatever, and he goes, "No toilet paper, and I'm going to need it." And I says, "What? You didn't ask for extra burrito wraps?"
Oh yeah. Who was that said if you order out, you were getting a roll of toilet paper with it?
I don't know. Somebody mentioned that.
Pete Carroll's coming out with his zingers, Ron.
Yeah, he is. Boy.
Take care, Mitch.
Mitch, thanks for showing us that. I had that burning question. I had no idea what audio ducking was. And go ahead, Ron.
I said I had no idea either.
Yeah.
Curious. Now I want to play with it and check it out.
But Rick, did you see how easy that was? Holy cow! In PowerDirector.
Yeah, look, when you did it, no problem.
Yeah.
I wish I had known that 20 videos ago.
Yeah, 'cause you want to use that type of stuff a lot. At least I do. I like to add in some my own stuff in there.
Yeah, a little explanation of where instead of the establishing shot, you could say, I'm here in Sacramento. This is our
Right.
local marina. And still have music in the background.
And what you can do is you can be recording the audio live, doing a recording live as you're flying and just give the presentation. And then you can go back and cut out sections, but you can have that in and then just audio duct as some background music.
Right.
Yeah.
Instead of going in and typing in your description.
Yep.
Yeah. It looks like PowerDirector or AudioDirector, whatever it is. It looks like that automatically did what Mitch had to set up the steps for, where it lowered the volume of the music automatically 1 to 2 seconds from prior, and then when you stopped talking, it kept it silent for another 1 to 2 seconds, and then picked the music back up.
Yeah.
So it looked like that was automatic.
It was. Yeah.
Did I see that correctly?
It's all programmed in already.
If Steve can have wine, I'm having a little bourbon.
Oh,
Scotch.
Oh!
boy.
Creek.
Knob Creek.
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah, check that out.
100 proof.
100 proof.
Yeah.
Oh man, you ain't messing around there, Art.
You're just going, don't pass go, straight to jail.
Well, I am at home.
Now I know how you broke your crutch.
Get that nice piano in the background.
The grand piano.
After a few of these, I'll probably be playing that piano.
Yeah.
And people will say, hey, where did Foster Brooks show up?
Yeah.
And some of us know who he is.
Kevin says,
Foster Brooks.
oh, remember Foster Brooks? He was great.
Yep. Him and Dean Martin together.
Yeah. Hey. Thank you very much.
The best at playing a drunk ever.
Oh, yeah.
Ever.
Well, Kevin, did you put a shot in that cup of tea?
All right, bottoms up.
Cheers. Holy moly!
You go, Art.
A nice stiff shot.
Good stuff.
No chaser? You don't have a glass of water there?
Nope,
No beer.
because I'm a big boy.
I remember one of those earthquakes in California. me and my wife was having one of them intimate moments when that earthquake hit, scared the daylights out of me and almost woke up my wife. That's a Foster Brooks for you.
Yeah, he was great. Great.
Oh, he was great. I don't
Speaking
know.
of the devil, look who popped in. Hello, Matt.
Ah, we were just talking about.
Your ears should have been burning, buddy.
I wonder if Peter called them.
Yeah.
How you doing, Matt?
Did Pete call you and shame you into it?
Howdy, Matt. Howdy, everybody.
Hello, Mel.
Hello, Mitch,
Hey, Mel.
or Art, and Steve, and Rick, and Ron.
So, Mel, what are you using for audio?
I use Premiere Pro.
To audio tracks, though, to get your tracks.
Oh, for music?
Yeah.
most of mine comes out of the YouTube library.
Okay.
Yeah.
I
I
actually
don't pay for a subscription only because it's not in the budget, you know? And
I was surprised when it came with TubeBuddy.
I can find what came with TubeBuddy.
A subscription to Audio Hero.
Oh, I'll have to look into that because I've got like a lifetime thing for TubeBuddy.
Well, then you got free music coming at you.
Well, I'll have to look into that. I did not know that.
Yeah, let me show you.
I love the warnings on these.
Well, don't you have free music on your subscription to your live stream?
Huh?
vMix.
Oh, I'm sure there's stuff in there too, but I don't use that. I don't gamble.
Lloyd said there was just a ton of music that's free
on Wirecast.
There's a ton in Wirecast.
Yeah. Oh, Wirecast.
Yeah, that's totally different.
And you can't use that on. I can't use it because I don't have a license to Wirecast.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. In fact, when Lloyd played Taps on Memorial Day, I got a copyright strike for it on my channel that night. Yeah, no shit. Believe that. Whoever had the rights to that is a prick. I mean, a asswipe.
No, you said it right the first time.
Yeah, I know.
I love when I throw myself out.
Welcome back, Jim. We were wondering if you were just going to leave the ship to us.
I love when I throw myself out. I was trying to look up Audio Hero for you, and I wanted to see whether I had to log in the first time through TubeBuddy or not.
Oh, okay. Your camera's looking good. Do you still have it plugged in direct?
It's the same, yeah. I don't know. You must have had
looks good tonight, Jim.
Funky internet going. That
no,
night.
but I mean, you got it plugged in direct now, though, right? You're not using that hub for the camera.
No. It's plugged in.
Yeah.
Matt, we got Margie here.
Yeah, she's been here.
And she's not on your screen, Matt. She's on mine.
She's been here a little while.
It's Margie for Matt.
Yeah.
The only one.
In fact, she was here before Matt was, actually.
Yeah.
I know.
Yes, Matthew.
He said, where's that loser Matt? Where him and Adrian, his brother Adrian.
I know. What happened to Adrian?
Yeah, no Adrian tonight, man.
No Adrian. So Audio Hero comes free with TubeBuddy subscription. YouTube has the only reason I stay away from YouTube music is because everybody else uses it. You want something different, you know?
You can go through there though and find some obscure songs that work for a video that you're making. Sometimes it takes me 10, 15 minutes of boom, 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 song. No. Oh, that one will work. I haven't heard that one anywhere.
Matt, who do you use to get your audio from? We talked MU Free Music, which is a YouTube channel. And when you go to them, you can just download that. It's a download link, right, Art? On their YouTube channel? I believe under the description, it has a download link. Epidemic. Matt uses Epidemic.
Yeah, a lot of people use Epidemic.
There's I looked it up because it was really funny. I listened to a guy, and it was ironic because this subject came up on doggone it, I dropped the page down. There's a list of the top 14 song paid for subscriptions that you can use that'll give you keep you protected from copyright strikes from YouTube. And there's a lot of them out there.
Mel, today was the first time I downloaded and used the music track from YouTube, and I kind of like how it said you may use this for your YouTube video. In other words, it almost gave you like a permission slip, so to speak.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know if I would use it to post a separate video on YouTube. I mean, on Facebook or something, but for posting videos on YouTube, yeah. And then you could share it to Facebook. As long as it's hosted at YouTube, you should be all right.
Right.
But you got to be careful when you cross-platform stuff because, you know.
Look at Margie says.
What Margie say?
No space for Matt. Only 6 people allowed on screen. And she gives a thumbs up.
And she sticks her tongue out at him. Or is she doing the wham because she wants to be on screen?
No room for Matt, she's saying.
Oh.
So Matt will be composing his own music soon when he gets his studio back up and running.
Mel, what did you mean by crossing platforms with that, with YouTube music?
Yeah, like if you was to take a song from the YouTube library,
right,
and post it on a video or something that you host on Facebook, or somewhere else, Twitter, or if you host the video on Facebook and then share it to YouTube or Twitter or whatever, then you're okay. But if you take the song and only have the video hosted on Facebook or something, then you're using a YouTube song on a Facebook platform.
Oh, okay.
If you do it without hosting it on YouTube.
You're not licensed on Facebook with that entity.
Yeah.
Right.
In other words, YouTube is only licensed to YouTube, where Epidemic is licensed cross-platform across multiple platforms.
Oh, right. I didn't know that.
So you can post a video on Facebook, you know, that is not on YouTube if you have other than YouTube music, is what I mean.
Okay.
I always just post my YouTube videos onto Facebook.
That's what I do.
Yeah.
I host everything on YouTube and then share it around the world, you know, when I want to.
Covers your butt.
Yeah,
Anybody have any luck with Reddit? Any of you?
Reddit?
Yeah.
For what?
Can't
Posting
say,
videos?
can't say that I have.
For what?
Posting a video on Reddit and actually getting views from that source.
You can put videos on Reddit?
Yes.
I thought it was just photos and pictures.
No, they come in as a link, just like if you're posting your video on Facebook, you just put the link in and it comes
you
up
share
as
it.
a video.
You're sharing it on Reddit, yeah.
I see, okay.
Anyway, guys, I'm going to bounce out. I just wanted to come in and say hello for a minute.
Okay.
Thanks for stopping by.
And tell Jim how nice his camera looks tonight.
Yeah.
He's obviously got better internet than he had the other night.
It's even got some color to it, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm usually white as a ghost.
It looks good. So there you go. That just goes to show it kind of proves it to you. Keep it plugged in direct.
Well, I actually took some fancy window cleaner to the stupid front of the camera because us people who
us lepers.
Yes, we fog up things.
Yeah.
It's hard.
All right, guys. Oh, Art, put a pipe in it.
You just had 100 proof whiskey.
Yeah.
I don't think this is gonna bother you.
There you go. All right, guys. I'm out of here. I'm gonna hit the sack. Try and get some sleep.
Night.
Night, everybody.
Be safe. Yeah. Art's over there protecting himself from that virus running around. It says you have to have at least 80% 80 proof or 80% alcohol. So he figures he'll go for the 100 proof.
Yep.
Protect his insides.
You know, Knob Creek does make 120 proof.
You're kidding.
No,
So,
I've had it, and it's like when I have that, I only need a half a shot. And that bottle lasts a long time.
Oh yeah, I bet it does.
Mm-hmm.
That's unusual. I haven't seen. I'll have to take a look for that.
Yeah, Knob Creek, made in Kansas.
Old granddad, the 100 and I forget what 100 and some proof.
Yeah, they make 100 proof. Old Granddad. I used to sell when I had my liquor store. We had a customer. That's all he'd buy. We had a stock specific for him. And that was it.
Yeah, my dad used to drink that stuff, and I did a job back in Cleveland, and I'd never seen that stuff before. So I went out one night. It was like 17 degrees, and I'm looking for a state store so I could buy that bottle of liquor for them.
Yeah.
I got pneumonia.
Oh my God! Did you?
Yeah.
Well,
There's always Wild Turkey 101.
yeah, that's what I was going to say. Wild Turkey 101. Yeah.
Too sweet.
Yep. Yeah,
So-
I feel like varnish.
Yeah.
Matt, are you saying that Kenny uses MU-free music or the YouTube music?
Kevin uses MU.
Oh, no, he was talking about Reddit. Kenny uses Reddit. Okay. I have posted on Reddit many, many videos, and I'm lucky if if you get 4 views from them.
Yeah.
It really be art because you have to go into each subreddit. It's got to be of interest to that group.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, or because
Right.
if you just go into the YouTube subreddit, which there is one, you'll be lost in there in seconds because the next time someone posts, boom, 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 boom,
Right. Mm.
Yeah, I agree with Matt. Reddit is so confusing. You have to find a group that's actually like when I was doing the water drone videos,
Mhm.
I was able to find a subreddit in there for ROVs of that type and post in there.
Mhm.
But man, I've just never seen it as a strong source for getting views.
Right. Now, Jim, I saw a video about these guys. What they do is they look for stuff underwater. They have a metal detector, and they find lost rings and iPhones and GoPros and stuff. They were going down this one river in Florida, and you come around the bend, and there's this spot called Hospital Hole, where the water just flows over it, but it's 150 feet deep.
I wonder where that is.
All you have to do is Google it, and you'll probably find it.
Hospital Hole?
Hospital Hole. And I thought that'd be a great place for your drone, your underwater drone.
Yeah.
Get out there and plop it down there, and because you can't dive down there unless you know how to do the decompression.
Right.
Because it's so deep. Can't hear you, Steve. Unmute.
Yeah, you got your microphone muted.
There you go.
You better be using mixed gas to go down that deep.
Yeah.
Hey, look who joined us.
Uh-huh.
Hey, boys. I had to get on. I just had to get on because this show was tanking. I got to save it.
Yeah.
Hello, Matt.
Hey, Matt.
Hey, Steve, Art,
Matt.
Rick, Ron,
buddy.
and Jim.
I gotta ask you, Matt. Have you used audio ducking?
You said ducking, right?
That's a no, Ron.
Question.
That's a no.
What's audio ducking?
Ah, glad you asked.
Yeah.
Okay, let me do that again. Audio ducking? No. What is audio ducking, Jim?
Yeah.
Well,
Quack, 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 quack.
I'll tell you. Hey, I threw myself off just a couple of seconds ago, so.
I saw that. Started to pick up a bit.
All right, so I went in here, I made this audio track, and when I highlight it, I right-click on it, hit audio edit, and then audio ducking. and it sits there and audio ducking allows dialogue or voiceovers in a video production to be heard more clearly by automatically lowering the volume of the background music.
Oh, okay. Mine's called something different in Premiere. Yep.
Same thing.
Mitch was showing it, and it was called audio ducking.
Yeah. Okay. I can't remember what it's called in mine, but when you go to you just push narrate, and as the video's playing, you just talk away and all that sort of thing, and it does that too. It drops the audio and pops it back up again.
Right. That's that. I wish I had. Jesus. You know, it gets you angry when you find out things you could have used a long time ago.
Makes it so much easier. Yeah.
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 I found one, Steve and Rick, that the guy shows you how to easily bring a map in, like a Google map location. Easily bring that in to establish your shot. And I'm like, damn, I could have used that.
I saw that just about a week ago. It was out or something.
Yeah. When I catch good ones, I send them to you and Steve.
Yeah, maybe you sent it to me.
Bob Casey, it says device not connected. Is he coming in? I'm going to pop out for a second and let Bob come in.
Sir, I've got to get out.
Okay.
Hey, there he is, Bob Casey.
Hey, there's Big
Bob
Bob.
Casey.
Hello.
Hey, Bob.
Hello,
How you
guys.
doing, Bob?
How are you? Pretty good. How about you, Rick?
All right.
Hey, Jim, can I have a minute to show you something here? Can I show you guys something?
Yeah, mate.
Sure,
Yeah.
go ahead.
I don't know if you can hear me. I got this from Rick Halvin. And let me show you what it's on it. It's a buck knife. And here's what I thought was the nice touch to it and kind of got my heart.
Oh, nice.
You see it?
Wow.
Yeah, there you go.
Very
Yeah,
nice.
He engraved my name on the side of it. And
Yeah.
Rick, I just wanted to say thank you very much, buddy. I really appreciate you.
You're very welcome.
And, to the rest of you guys, Art, I met you at Spin Up. I
Yep,
met Steve.
that's right.
And got to know my brother Ryan a little bit. And Matt, you're a ball, man. I really enjoy your live streams, buddy. I really do. So it's just, I appreciate Jim letting me get on here and talk to you guys. It's a pleasure. It really is.
Nice to
And I
meet you.
enjoy watching all you guys.
Yeah.
It's see you again, Bob.
Nice to meet you, man. Finally, it's been a long time, hasn't it?
Yeah.
It has. Hello, Margie. You finally get to put a face to the name.
Yeah.
It's
Margie.
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 Oh man, the shit that went back and forth on her. Margie.
And now we don't know who's saying what and how.
I know. Oh, heck, you got me saying Margie too. Sometimes I'll be going Margie.
There you go.
I was sitting here and I seen Matt come on. I thought, well, the panel's full, so I'm not going to be able to get a word in edgewise. Then I just clicked on it, and Jim, being the nice guy that he was, backed out and let me come on. And so I wanted to say thank you to all you guys. You guys are this is a great community we have, and I don't even hardly watch TV anymore. I'm here in front of my computer and I'm watching you guys. You guys, I'm steady with you guys all the time. That's what you know. I appreciate all of you.
Same here,
Yeah. Thank you.
Same here.
It's better than Big Brother.
I call Steve Mr. Congenial. He's just nice to everybody. His comments are nice. Even in person, he's nice. I said, you're just Mr. Congenial.
That's why Matt showed up tonight, because Marky made him feel guilty. She's like, where the heck's Matt and Adrian?
I had to give Margie her mat fix. So,
I had to bring out my knife. Now that's a knife. That's a knife. As it goes down on That's a knife.
That's a knife, mate.
Knife, mate. No.
That is a knife. That's a sticker is what that is.
Bob did that.
And Art, you said that you just got that bottle, but then you held it up and let the cat out of the bag. It's half gone already. And you said, that bottle lasts a long time. And now with you, the way you're going, buddy.
Oh, that's yeah. Well, I got that. I think I got that Friday.
You know what? It's lucky.
Right,
it's lucky
it's
Peter's
half
not
gone.
here. It's lucky Peter's not here because he'll probably pull out some bloody big butcher's knife like that.
Yeah, he would. He would.
You know?
Mine's bigger.
He won't be mucking around with him. You're right there, Jim. You're right, mate. You're playing around there. There we go. He's bored. Actually, I was going to say, Art, I was looking at your stream. I'm going, oh my God, that's a nice house he's in. Then I realised it's a green screen because I'm in love with that piano. That is sensational. I'm thinking, wow, he's got a nice piano. And I thought, no, it's green.
My little Steinway.
Art's a regular Liberace, man.
He is.
He's a regular Liberace with a knife and whiskey.
All I need is my little sequined jumpsuit and play on the piano.
Good night. What a knife that guy's got on him. Holy mackerel, Art, are you expecting trouble? Gotta be prepared, though. Gotta be prepared. You never know. The way things are going, I hope all is doing well with this coronavirus. I know that for me, I've never been through anything like this. Never been through a pandemic for sure.
Yeah,
and my wife's a nurse, so I'm involved a little bit in the health field to hear what's going on. And when I hear Ron say a lot what's going on with him and what he does and his occupation, I can relate to a lot of it because I hear it. My wife's been a nurse for 40 years. And believe it or not, I pick up a lot from what she brings home, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But I'll tell you something. This is something we're experiencing right now, and I have to say, we got to be safe. We don't know what's going to happen with people. They can just get desperate, and we don't know. You know, I stay at home anyway, and I work out in my shop. I go out to my shop, and I try to keep busy hands, and that's all I know to do. I stay home anyway. There you go.
Sorry, mate. I was just reading that.
Oh, it's epidemic music, not pandemic music.
Hey, Bob, where's home for you? What state you in?
Western Kentucky.
Okay, all right.
If you're looking at the map,
Yep. Yeah, where are you, Bob? Western Kentucky.
Western
Kentucky. Okay.
How far are you from Memphis? Oh,
Memphis is good. That's Tennessee. That's a good way from me. I'm 90 miles from Nashville.
Okay.
Bowling Green, Kentucky is 50 miles away. Evansville is about 90 miles away. Evansville, Indiana.
Yep.
Bob, my best to your wife, man. She's on the front line here too.
Yeah,
definitely.
Well, she's not in it right now. She's with the school system, and she's a nurse with the school. So, and she was though with a doctor for years, and she was on long-term floor for years. She was on long-term floor for, I guess, 10, 12 years, and then she just went to a doctor's office. She kept looking. As she got older, she wanted something a little easier, and now she's got something part-time.
Yeah.
And she don't have to work. I mean, but she wants to, and I understand that. And I guess that's the reason why we've made it 37 years. You know?
Yeah.
I know I was rough at first, so you know, she's got to be a good woman to put up with my shit for that long.
That's why she wanted to work more, mate.
Yeah.
Well, she enjoys being around the kids too, and it just seems like where I live, everybody knows her, you know. I used to be that way when I was out there working. I spent 30 years in the Boilermakers. I'm a union Boilermaker, retired. I'm a welder by trade, pressure welder, and I finally had something go wrong with my neck. I was close to being retired anyway, so I ended up punching out over my neck. I got plates in my neck, had spinal fusion done,
Oh,
But
boy.
That's not
you
good.
you learn to live with things. You know, you learn to live with them. You know, it's like if you mess your
Tell me
leg up,
about
you
it.
learn to live with it.
Yep.
Like
Yep.
yeah, you know what I'm talking about, Art.
Yeah. Yeah, it's called adapting to what you could do, and you find ways to do what you have to do. You know.
Yep, exactly.
Hmm.
But I just wanted to pop in here, and I want to thank you, Jim, for giving me a few minutes of the time on your panel here to say thank you to Rick for that knife. It was totally
That's a
unexpected,
beautiful
out of the
gift.
blue. And when something like that just comes into my, delivered at my front door, and I step out and I look, and he told me to look for my mailbox and watch for your mail. He said, "What?" Kept saying, "Watch your mail," and it came to the doorstep, and I looked out there and I said, "What is this?" And then there was a little note with it, and the note said, "We've been friends for over a year," and I thought I didn't think this. He said, "I thought I didn't want you to have the drone. I didn't think you'd want a drone. That's what it was. So I sent you the knife." And it was like he was reading my mind because I'm good on the drones. I'm good on that. But knives, my son he's a third. I'm a junior. So this right here will go to him. It'll be an heirloom knife. And so it's something that I will keep, and it'll go on down to my sons. So thank you, Rick.
Great to know.
Thank you.
No, that's awesome,
I appreciate all you guys. It is awesome. I'm blown away by it. But I've talked enough. I get kind of nervous, and I don't want to step over
You
myself and
don't
put my foot
sound
in my
nervous
mouth.
at all. You sound great.
Hey, thank you very
I
much.
can talk and carry on conversations with the best of them, but when I get nervous, I kind of just want to be quiet.
This is from Rick Halliburton. I got at the perfect time last year, right at the beginning of hunting season. You can't see this. It says opening day should be a national holiday. Rick, I took this thing out hunting with me last fall. Every day, I would fill it full of ice and water. That thing would stay cold all day long. And I'm saving it for opening day back in coming September. So again,
Glad you like it.
Oh, dude, loved it, man, loved it. Thank you very much. Yeah,
I think about each person before I send something, and try to figure out what they would like. So
yeah. When I saw that saying on there, it said opening day should be a national holiday. I'm like, I love it.
yeah,
great.
I like that one too.
Yeah. So
Yes, any excuse for a holiday.
Absolutely.
You got to take that,
No kidding.
So, Bob, you're a third degree?
Yes, sir. Have been since '84.
Thanks for that, Al.
I worked my way up to 32nd. It was a long time, but it took me a while. But yeah.
I wanted to go on up, but I never did.
That's as far as I'm going to go. 33rd is a little bit.
Thanks, Steve.
Yeah.
Work.
My dad got up to 32nd.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yep.
It's a great organization, and I met a lot of great people, man. Really great.
We get a bad rap. You know, I look on TV and they say things about the Masonic Lodge, and they think that we're just cultish and all that. Man, let me tell you something. We're far from that.
Yeah,
exactly.
We're the opposite. We're not a cult, but we take care of each other when we get the chance, and that's what it's all about. And you take care of another man's family if they need help too. I mean, you should be doing that anyway. You don't have to be in a Masonic Lodge to be a helping hand to anybody. You know, just help somebody. If you can help somebody, help them. I mean, right now, the way this is going, my mother's 81 years old, and I looked at her and I said, Mama, I just got back from Walmart, and I've got you, everything's on your list. Here's your stuff. I would help you carry it in, but I think you can handle it from here. She's in good shape for 81. And I've been making porch drops for her, you know, and God rest her soul. She She's a good woman. She's never been out of the house. She ain't been out of the house in a month, and she still drives and goes around, does whatever she wants to do, but she hasn't been out of the house in a month. She just don't want to get this, and I don't blame her.
Yeah.
And she's not the only one, I'm sure. We're all staying in, and we should,
Yeah.
Mhm.
One of the first two things was that A, you believe in God, and B, that family comes first.
Yep.
And that's the
Amen,
first
brother.
two things I learned, and I believe in that. Yeah.
Amen. Amen. Lloyd, in fact, Lloyd was saying that the other night, how he's going to have to start cutting back on his daily vlogs because he just can't keep up with it. And with, taking care of Judy and everything. And I know on the post it says, what, family comes first, and that's what counts. And you're a good man.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Lloyd's a great person, man. Great guy.
I think a lot of Lloyd, and I think a lot of Mel. Mel's been good to me. I just got this from Mel. Here's his envelope. Can you see it?
Yep.
Yeah, that's nice.
It just so happened that when I got this, my mouse was messing up, and because I wasn't using a mouse, and it's been sitting there in this one spot on this desk for like a couple of years now, and it started messing up. So I thought the sensitivity on the mouse, that wasn't it. Got the pad, everything just came right in sync. I said, "Thank you, Mel." What timing, I got to meet Lloyd. On the way to spin up. He's talking about a fine fella. He's a good man, and I commend him for doing what he's doing and taking care of his wife to the best that he can do, because that's hard. That's hard. I mean, when you're taking care of somebody and trying to take care of yourself, it's wrenching on you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
and,
he's had some hard times.
I commend Lloyd.
Too. He's had a hard time with his health too.
I imagine.
Oh yeah, because he fought MS, and he still, he still has it. And he was wheelchair bound for I don't know how many years, and it was Judy that took care of him. Mm-hmm. So now it's time the reciprocal back to taking care of her.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Have a go at Jim's directing skills here. Camera 2.
He's doing a good job, isn't he? He's behind the scenes clicking away.
That's one thing, guys, to this day I love about this drone community is how we care about one another, how we help one another, and and mention Lloyd, just a month or two ago, and that the whole incident happened with his dog. I put a donation in, and then I posted it on Facebook, and my friend from Hawaii, had learned about it, and she's like, "Oh no," she said, "We're going to help out here," and it's like this drone community is just absolutely phenomenal.
That's right.
We all look out for each other. Help one
the
another.
funny thing about it is, I agree with you, Ron. The funny thing about it is, look at us. We're all knocking about the same age.
Yeah,
that's another thing we all got in common.
Yeah.
Yep.
These millennials don't have a clue. I'm making enemies now. I better watch out.
But the weird thing is we physically, the majority. I was so excited back in February. I got to meet Rodney Bell, Paul, Drone Bum, and Dennis Lovelady. That was, and then Michael from Philly Drone Life. I get to meet all those guys in like 2 days. It was phenomenal. It was great.
Yeah, I met Rodney.
And then you came back and had a mental breakdown.
Yeah. But it's really cool though that you get these people that I've talked to for 1 to 2 years, and now you get to physically meet them, and it's a cool experience.
Yeah,
that's what I was looking forward to in August, but that doesn't look like it's happening at all.
I know, Matt. Hang in there, buddy. It's no late sung yet.
Yeah.
So,
never.
Are you reading the chat? What Jim's saying?
Yeah, so we've known that for ages.
Never say never.
I'll come out of the closet. I'm gay. I love women.
See, I didn't read that last bit. I just read the first bit on that. I didn't read
I'll tell you
that.
what, when Matt and Adrian and and Ron when they're and Jim's there. Adrian tries. I give him E for effort, and he can take it. You know, that's what I commend about him. He's a good guy. Adrian's just a good guy. You can tell it. He's a good person, and I got a feel for all you guys. You know, and I thought, man, I'm going to follow these guys. I like them all, so I have subscribed to you, and I'm sorry to everybody in the world that's going to be watching this. I don't have any content. I'm not ready to plaster myself out there. I just don't think that I'm up to par with everybody else. You know, I work 10, 12 hours a day and came home and was working. When I came home, my boys was on the computer. So I didn't have that computer time. I'm playing catch up now. So soon, maybe, you know, real soon, I'll get something out there.
Whenever you got time.
Be good to see something.
Anything they put out is good. Doesn't matter.
Yep, that's right. You got to start somewhere.
As long as you're getting out and doing it. And you know what? And I've said this in the past, you know, and I say having a drone is like having a dog. You've got to take it out and walk it. And letting it up in the air. And it's honestly, I've gone to some places which aren't far from me, which I never would have visited, because that's what you do in your local area. You just never look until you start looking for stuff. And there's so many things around my place that where I went last weekend, that's only like 45 minutes from my house, and it's stunning. What a place.
Everything, that video I get from you is beautiful, man. It's unbelievable.
The what? Sorry?
All your videos and stuff, it's beautiful.
I still miss that. There's another noise going on. It's cutting you out, I think.
Yeah, I heard something going on.
Yeah, he doesn't have his headphones in.
Oh, okay.
He's listening through his speakers. Right, Rick?
I don't know. It's no different now. It's been the same as always.
No, that's all right. That sounds all right now. There was something going on in the background somewhere, which was making it from another microphone somewhere else. I don't know.
Microwave was running, maybe.
Well, there you go.
You quick charging your batteries.
No, I'm making a corn dog.
Here where I live, Matt, I'm so rural. All I have is I'm surrounded by woods, and I know every inch of them. I've got probably about there's a railroad track back behind me here, and I got about 2,000 or 3,000 acres of woods, nothing but woods. I got deer and turkey cross on me all the time, and you know it's hard to just get your drone up and try to catch them. Hey, you know what I really use my drone for? It's crazy, and it works. I use it up and check my gutters.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
It saves me from get up on a ladder, man. You know, I don't have to climb that ladder and get up there. You know, they need it. Yeah, I got to get up there. So you know, I can do that inspection with a drone, and that's. But I love to get out and rip it. I ripped 2 batteries day before yesterday, and all I was doing was just doing loops around the house and up about 150 foot. I throw it in sports mode. I said, "Let's giddy up." My grandkids were here and said, "Papa, that thing's really fast." I said, "Yeah, I'm really making it go fast right now." But there's really nothing for me to film here, and it's like Matt said, I'd have to go miles to find something interesting to film, you know. And I just don't. I'm not into doing that. I just don't want to do that.
Yeah.
This is for the people on the front lines, or nurses, or first responders, and all those people. That's
all for all those first responders and nurses and doctors out there. They're battling this at the front lines, and they need all the support that we can give them.
Whoa.
Woohoo! Good stuff, man.
Good stuff.
Did that go up his nose?
It's at 100 proof Knob Creek he's drinking is what the problem is.
I wanted to show something to Matt. If Jim can make me big.
Holy moly. 20 cents. Or is that 10? Or $1? Is that gold?
Nope.
Is it a gold color? It is. It's $1.
Yep.
Yeah. Where'd you get that from?
I got it one of my coin shops. I have an old friend of mine who I've known since I was a little kid. He used to live in our apartment, and he has a coin and stamp shop, and he's still in business. The guy is in his late 70s, early 80s, and he's still working there. He and his son run the place, and I happened to get one. I think I got it from his shop or my one of my dad's friends brought it when they came to visit us from Australia.
I'll be bugging.
Nice.
You got your dollar. That's worth about 60 cents to you.
And
66 cents.
here's my
But I have a question.
order.
What's that coin made out of, and how old is it? And it may be worth a lot more than that, just due to the amount of good metal that's in it.
It's a gold. It's a gold color, mate, but that rubs off pretty quick.
Brass. Where is the date on this? It says $1, and
The date's on
it says
the
1988.
There you go. Oh, that's the centenary one. Yeah. Yeah, that's right. 88 was a centenary. Yeah. So
What was that word?
a centenary. That was the
Never heard that word.
that was the 200 centenary.
We call it centennial.
That was the 200 year.
In English, it's centennial.
What? Say that again in another language for me.
No.
Did you learn French?
Please, what's the name of that TV show out of Dallas? It's called
Dallas?
It's DY.
France.
Dynasty.
We say dynasty.
Yeah, didn't. Well, you say it wrong. Margie, same thing. You know.
Okay. How about we say controversy? You say
Controversy.
well. I've heard it said controversy.
Controversy? No. You say controversy. We say controversy. Yeah.
Okay.
You got that act in there.
and what's that place called where you exercise? It sounds like our friend's name.
The gym.
It's called what?
Gym.
Well, we say gym. We say gymnasium. And what do you call it?
Gymnasium.
You guys say gymnasium.
Well, I never heard that, dude.
Maybe I'm
Wrong side of the state. Of the country.
Maybe. Gymnasium.
We're learning the
Gymnasium.
proper etiquette of English tonight.
No, we say gymnasium.
Okay.
Gymnasium.
And I know aluminum and aluminium they're both correct. So I won't
I know that's a lot different. Aluminium and aluminum. Yeah.
Because they've changed the spelling, they've gone back, and both are correct. So I won't give you grief on that. And how do you say my first name?
There's a lot of names that come to mind. Let me think.
Well, when you say it, sounds a lot like the Oriental ladies I hear at work. It sounds like art.
Sounds like what?
Art.
Art.
Yeah, where's the R? You gotta have that R. It's art.
Hey, Matt.
What do you say? Art. Yeah.
The important question is to ask Art, what day did he meet her?
Yeah.
Is it a Sunday or a Monday?
When did you meet her, Art? When did
And what'd you do with the car? Where do you go to have your picnic at?
Where do we go for a picnic? The park?
The park.
Yeah, the park.
That's
Park.
a bunch of cigarettes.
Hey, smell it.
no,
You
that's-
okay?
That's a pack.
You said park.
Yeah, we're going to the park to smoke a pack of cigarettes
Oh,
and a carton of piss.
oh, man. Hey, guys, I'm going to sign off here. I
All
appreciate
right,
you, Jim,
good to
for letting
see
me
you,
on.
Bob.
And Steve, Ron, Art, Matt, and Rick, thank you, guys. And I'll be seeing
All
you
right,
guys.
Bob.
Stay safe
Take care,
out there.
Bob.
On you, Bob.
All right, guys. Take care.
Good to see you, Bob.
Take care. Stay safe.
Who was that?
We're gonna have to teach Art some English here. He's not he's not getting his head around it. So is that what you were talking about with the park? We go to the park for a picnic.
Yeah,
Park the car in Harvard Yard.
yeah. Park the car at Harvard Yard.
So it depends on where you're at here in the U.S.
Can you say wanker?
We live in Situate.
Art, we're gonna ship you down under at this rate.
Yeah.
I think Art got his money's worth with that little bottle he's got there.
Yeah.
Like, Art, if you ever lose your car keys, it's like, did you lose your car keys or did you lose your pants?
Khakis.
Yeah,
See, this is the thing.
Boston.
This is the thing. When a lot of Americans put on that Australian accent, they will say car, but it's we don't actually say that. We say car.
Really?
Yeah, yeah.
You don't say automobile?
Automobile.
Automobile?
Automobile. Yeah.
what's that stuff you put into your car?
Oil.
Petrol.
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 You call it
In liters.
Well, I know you call it gas, but gas.
gasoline.
Yeah. Well, this is the thing.
Petroleum.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Gas is a vapor. See,
And
No, it's also a liquid.
liquid gas, I guess. Yes.
mhm.
Propane.
And
Propane.
Depends on the temperature.
what's that thing you call in front of the car that covers the, well, sometimes the engine.
Oh, yeah. I know what you're talking about. You want to
The
give
bonnet.
him
Right.
Or the grill or the bonnet.
Ah, the bonnet.
and the other one when
The
someone's kicking. There you go. There you go.
Yeah, the boot. It's the hood and the trunk over there, isn't it?
Why don't you just say trunk? It's the trunk of the
Because
car.
it's not a freaking elephant.
It's the trunk of the car.
There we go.
Look in your manual. It says
Yeah.
trunk of car.
No, at that bit in Australia, it's your boot, mate, because that's where you put your boots. You don't put
Yeah.
a trunk in it.
Where the hell did bonnet come from, though?
Boots is what you wear on your feet.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, yeah.
Seriously, where does bonnet come from?
Bonnet. I don't know. It might have been an English thing, you know, with the chicks that wear the bonnets that cover their heads. The bonnets cover the motor. Who knows?
Oh, they got to cover their motor too,
Makes sense.
where all that gas comes out.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
That's not the only thing. It's called Bush bakes beans.
There you go.
That girl.
That'll get the gas coming out.
Didn't that used to be a TV commercial, Steve?
Yeah,
What?
with the
Bush
dog.
beans?
Bush beans, they had the best ones in town with the dog walking around wanting to keep the secret, going back and forth between the hidden doors and the hidden panels.
There you go. Thomas is all over it.
Yeah.
Look what
Carol,
Pete Carroll says.
Need a
Big Carol.
one-liner, man.
Mhm.
He got one in tonight before you came, Matt.
Now, what's the name of that vehicle that hauls things? It has the flat back end where you could put things in. What's that called?
What, the car?
It's kind of like a car, but
the ute.
No. It kind of sounds like those green and red birds you have there, and it's bigger, and it's got a flat bed in the back. What's that called? It's a girl's name too. Sometimes
I'm having trouble trying to understand what you're talking about. It's a car, and you put stuff in it.
No.
Truck.
Well, we call it a truck.
Pickup.
Well, okay, so it's just got 2 doors on it, has it?
Well, they could have 4.
They could have 4.
If you have a lot of money.
SUV.
And sometimes the back end will go like that.
Like what? I can't see you. Come on, Jim. Sort your shit out. That's Rick.
Okay.
There we go.
All right. You know, sometimes the back end will go,
Oh my God.
Like that. And the back end opens up and you pull things out. And,
a tipper? Oh, no, hang on. Are you talking about a truck? It's a tipper. It's got.
Well, what is that? What do you call that? What kind of vehicle is that?
A truck.
There's another word for it that you guys call it.
Hard work. What word do you know?
And it's the same word over there. Your cousins on the other side of the colonies. You know, your big brothers. That sent the prisoners over to your place.
Are you saying that the word lorry might be in there?
Oh, yeah. Is that what it's called?
Okay. Yeah. Well, we don't call it a lorry. We call it a truck. In England, they still call it a lorry. Yeah. No, lorry. Yeah. I've never known it. I know what you're talking about, though. Yeah.
Now, do you still knock up people in the morning?
Do we knock up people in the morning? Is that what you just said?
Most of them at night.
Yeah, especially at the hotel, where when you get checked in and they ask you, "May I knock you up in the morning?"
Yeah, well, we get a different meaning over here, and generally that means more child support. So I tend to stay away from those knocking up situations.
I think it's expensive. Yeah.
It does. There goes my Mavic, my new Mavic. Bye.
Yeah.
Hey, in real strife, mate, I can't go out. I can't go out anymore. I'm not allowed to use my yeah. Have another one, mate.
I gotta get out of here, guys.
My Frank Sinatra. See you, Rick.
Thanks a lot. It was great seeing everybody.
Here, Rick.
Thanks, Tim, for the invite.
Stay dry.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Is it raining down there now?
Yep, still is.
All right.
Jesus, Jim.
More on the way. It's all your fault.
Yeah.
You're sending it down this way, but it's okay. I'm gonna share it with the rest of everybody. Art and Ron are gonna be getting it. They're gonna be getting snowed in. We have 2 feet of snow already in our local mountains.
Oh,
Nice. Thanks, buddy.
For a big bear?
Yeah, exactly, Big Bear. Unbelievable for this time of year.
Appreciate the brotherhood.
Yeah.
Good to see
Thanks for seeing everybody in the chat. I'm sorry not a good chat, and both of them I can't do it.
You're fine, buddy. We all know you've had surgery.
We love you.
No, it's just I'm trying to check the chat, check this, and
You're here. That's what counts.
I'll get it down.
You're here, Rick. That's what counts.
Yeah.
Appreciate seeing you, buddy.
Dude, we do appreciate it.
Yeah.
All right, we'll see everybody tomorrow.
Take care, Rick.
Take care, Rick.
Have a good night. Be safe.
There, Rick.
Should we end the broadcast?
Yeah, I'm gonna bug out myself here, Jim, here in a couple
All
minutes.
right.
We went south about a half hour ago.
That's about when I got on, wasn't it?
Yeah, right when Matt showed up. Okay.
Yeah.
I use Epidemic.
We
So
had, yeah.
I said, should we end it? And Peter says,
Please do.
That's my boy, Carol.
You see what Tomas says?
yeah.
Ah, we're only getting started.
Yeah.
And for him right now, what time is it? Let's see. It's 6. It's what, 3 o'clock in the morning and 4 o'clock in the morning for him.
And the bars are just closing.
That's
That guy's-
insane.
That guy's a trooper. He's always there. He does all right.
Yes.
Peter.
It was really funny. Before the show started, I was on with him on Facebook, on FaceTime for a while, and I was talking to him last night, and I said, well, what happened? He says, oh, I went to bed sometime around 10 o'clock in the morning.
He's on the night shift, mate.
And then got up at 5 o'clock in the afternoon.
To do it all again.
Yeah.
Do it all again. Yeah.
That's like Peter said there last week, Matt, on your stream. He said, oh, yeah, I probably woke up Peter Carroll. He's probably laying there in bed in his pajamas. And he writes back, who says I wear pajamas?
Yeah. Eh? God damn it.
That's an assumption right there.
Everybody, I want to remind you that Thursday or Friday, for you folks down under, I'm going to be doing my 2nd anniversary show, a live streaming at 1 p.m. Mountain Daylight Time, noon.
1 p.m. 1 p.m.
It'll be 1 p.m. my time.
Pacific Coast time.
Noon Arizona time and 3 p.m. Eastern.
That's correct.
See?
Yeah.
You win a
6
cookie,
a.m.
Jim.
I don't want you mad at me again, Art. The last time you gave me that look, like this idiot can't get the time straight, you had to tell me 3 times.
That's right. And you know what? It finally sank in.
In 4,000 miles, we got 7 time zones.
And yet he still doesn't know what happened.
No.
Not only time zones, we got date zones too.
Yeah, that's right.
We still don't know what happened to her heart, or is his heart. Did it stop, or did it still, or
Yeah. My heart stopped still.
Yeah.
we're working on it.
Oh, it ain't moving if it stopped, is it?
Yeah.
Matt, how many time zones in Australia?
3.
3.
Got Western. Yeah, 3 time zones, I think. Yeah.
Okay.
You think about that?
And then I wouldn't have a clue. I'd just fly drones.
Sounds like you've been drinking already. Hey, we got how many? We got.
That's
We got
that's
3.
that,
We got 3.
because- yeah. He goes,
Time
Some-
zone.
somehow I don't think you're pretending, Art. That's
And you'll never know.
Foster
Oh,
Brook.
yeah. Oh, yes, we will. When you have your live show, we'll find out what you feel like then.
yeah.
Got a little hangover today, but here we are live.
Feeling under the weather.
I'm going to end the YouTube stream, but we can
Okay.
keep going.
Okay, well, hey,
Take
thanks.
care, everybody.
Dear Jim.
Thanks for stopping in and supporting Jim.
Yeah, take
Yeah,
care.
man.
Great show. have blast. Oh, now Adrian shows up.
Now he shows up.
Oh, 100%, man.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Now,
Mr.
now we
100%.
end the show. Good night, everybody.
We are.
Okay.
Bottom up, buddy.
See you on Thursday. Bye-bye.
Thursday.
See you, mate.
That's incredible. Adrian shows up at the last minute.
Yeah.
You know what it was? He's probably been watching and stalking in the background. I mean, you've got 14 people still watching, and he's stalking in the background. He goes, "I'll just wait till the very end."
Yeah. Been here all the time, supporting you 100% of the time.
Yeah.
I just haven't been commenting.
Yeah. I got my first comment from him the other day.
And now he's going. He just says bye. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh.
Wait. Let me go get some ice in my glass and start chewing on it.
Yeah. For a half hour.
Yeah.
And don't forget the potato chips to help.
Way to support the brotherhood there, Adrian. Yep. Carol, one-liner.
Yeah.
Oh, P&L was priceless.
That you ought to share your video with Jim so he can play that too. You know, the Peter Carroll one-liner.
Yeah, that's right.
I would too. I would abuse that.
Yeah.
And
Actually,
that's the truth. I'll tell you, what was it, 2 years ago on my birthday on Claude's stream, they did a birthday roast for me. And the two people,
Yes.
Peter and Rick Halber, they sat there just, and then all of a sudden, over nowhere, it was like somebody opened up an automatic machine gun. It was like bam, 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 one right after another.
Those two do that, man. Gotta watch them.
I hate you guys. I fell asleep, damn it. That's your own fault. Why are you hating us?
I'm kind of thinking he might have sleep apnea because he does that quite a bit, even during the live show, even if he's on the live show.
No, he gets up and walks away and leaves the chair there for 2 hours.
Yeah.
Well, at least the chair's keeping us company.
We love that chair. We do.
Yeah. Kind of like Gary from the Everyday Dad with the green chairs that his wife likes, and he can't stand them.
But we love.
All right, boys and girls, I am out of here.
Yeah.
And,
Jim,
Jim, Matt.
Yeah.
Steve, good seeing you guys.